defeat so far. Arsenal, as I mentioned, with that 100% record from their 2 games, a thrilling 3-2 victory over Chelsea and a comfortable 4-0 success at Reading. The Gunners also reached the inaugural group stages of the Champions League, having negotiated the qualifying rounds with very convincing victories on their way. But City can take some heart from the fact that they've won their last 3 WSL matches against Arsenal, and a quirky stat is that all of those were by a 2-1 scoreline. So it is a huge game early on in the WSL season 2 of the big names in the division going toe-to-toe in just their 3rd game of the campaign. So much quality on show. Viviane Miedema, obviously one of those, and at the other end up front for Manchester City, Ellen White, 2 strikers very much at the top of their respective games. Well, Gareth Taylor was quick to point out that while some people might see it as a good time to play Manchester City, given their sluggish start to the season, he says it's the wounded animal that he wants to see from his players, fight and determination. So Arsenal have been warned. He says that while the Gunners are a good team, they are as well. A draw wouldn't be a disaster, but they are coming here to try and win if they can. Not just for the fact that it would push them up the table, but also send a message out to the rest of the division that Manchester City mean business. The kind of message that Chelsea have obviously sent out themselves earlier on today with that thumping success against Manchester United. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That was the message out of the Arsenal camp, and it is the same side that were 4-0 victors against Reading last time out in the WSL. As mentioned, Viviane Miedema has continued her fine form in front of goal, 8 in her last 6 appearances for the club now. Well, Manchester City rocked by so many injuries, but they do at least have some good news on the fact that Alex Greenwood, who was forced off in England's midweek win, is able to start this one. And Caroline Weir is also back after her injury issues as well. Ruby Mace is on the bench. She is a former Arsenal player. So here we are then. The stage is set. Arsenal have lost their last 3 WSL matches against Manchester City, losing 2-1 in all of those games. Their joint longest losing run against them in the competition, alongside 3 defeats between August 2015 and September the following year. And there has always been a victor, with none of the 15 previous meetings in the league ending all square. So it will be Arsenal in the red and white to get the game underway, kicking from right to left in this first half. Arsenal have taken 31 points from the last 33 available in the WSL. It is an imposing record, only dropping points in a goalless draw at home to Aston Villa in the final game of last season. So Manchester City know the size of the task in front of them, but it is one that their head coach says that they will revel in rather than being fearful of. Before the action, the players, match officials and coaching staff all take a knee. The message remains clear. There is no room for racism or discrimination anywhere. Well, back in February, Manchester City became the first away side to beat Arsenal in more than a year. Looking to repeat the feat this time around, but the home side are in fine form at the moment and have made a bright start here as well. Cut back from McCabe, doesn't quite find the intended target. Two teams that will certainly be competing for the WSL title this season. And an Arsenal side that are playing with renewed energy and a bit more vim and vigour under their new coach, Jonas Eidevall. Here's Taib. Weir. Coombs. Greenwood. Kennedy. Plenty of attention on Lauren Hemp for Manchester City this afternoon. One of the best wide players in the division, and she scored in her last 3 games against Arsenal. It's going to be a tough task for Noel Maric, the Arsenal right-back, you would have thought. Arsenal winning all 6 of their competitive games under Jonas Eidevall so far, but he's got a concern here after a bit of a fruity challenge early on. Well, Katie McCabe feeling the force of Stanway's challenge there. Well, she's back on her feet, McCabe. As mentioned, Arsenal winning all 6 of their competitive games under Eidevall so far, but they did have a slight physical advantage in the opening match of the season against Chelsea, having started their season slightly early due to the Champions League qualifiers. Here's McCabe, but the flag up once again. City's injury situation has certainly given Arsenal the edge for this one, but you just have to look at the team and the bench to realise that despite being depleted, they have so much quality to call upon. Well, one back though. Valti. Miedemar can't make it stick. No way through for Stokes though. Stokes with the throw. Running into traffic in the shape of Mead. Miedemar's there. I think she just slipped as she hit that Valti, and guided home by Alana Kennedy. Greenwood. Content to build from the back once again. Manchester City saw that lead to Manchester United coming a cropper against Chelsea earlier on today. Arsenal would move top of the table above neighbours Spurs with a 3rd win from 3 this evening, but should Manchester City emerge victorious, they would be able to go above them. Arsenal losing 9 WSL matches against Manchester City. Their joint most against any single opponent, same amount against Chelsea as well. It's a decent ball in from Hemp, but it's the first corner of the game, and it's gone Manchester City's way. And here is a first taste of Hemp taking on Maritz, and that will be a battle to keep an eye on during this game for sure. Towards a near post, but dealt with easily enough. Coombs. It's turned into a handy pass for White. Decent offload from her as well. The deflection on the strike from Weir made it tricky. Zinsberger got down. First sniff in the Arsenal penalty area for Manchester City. It was well hit, but the pace just taken off it a bit by the touch. City have enjoyed themselves away from home, winning their last 8 on the road in the WSL by an incredible aggregate score of 27-2, keeping a clean sheet in all of the last 5 that they've played on their travels. The only side to ever keep 6 clean sheets in a row away from home in the WSL was Chelsea. And it wasn't that long ago, between December 2020 and March of this year. Taib. Weir quickly closed down. Laura Coombs. That's a handy pass to pick out Weir. He took it down nicely, then ran into a bit of traffic. City perhaps just starting to find a bit of rhythm now. Hemp, clever pass. Weir, dangerous! Well, it was into a good area, but nobody in a sky blue shirt in the right place to pop it in. Coombs. Back here for Alana Kennedy. Arsenal have won 19 of their last 23 home games in the WSL. Although their last defeat on home soil did come against Manchester City in February, and City here with another sighter of Zinsberger's goal. There were enough bodies in there. Greenwood. Now Stokes. Arsenal with almost a fully fit squad, still without Jordan Nobbs, who's expected to be sidelined until the middle of next month, but Jonas Eidevall with no fresh injury concerns ahead of this one. Major injury news, well, in terms of the most recent update for Manchester City, was Steph Houghton picking up a knock while on international duty to add to the lengthy injury list. He's come out here and has not dealt with that, and that is rifled in by Viviana Miedema. Well, if there's one person that Manchester City did not want the ball to break to there, It was the Dutch international. Arsenal not a side that need gifts, but that was one of them. Taib came out to do the best she could to try and limit the danger. And while she managed to block off Mead's path to goal, she had the awareness, Mead, to roll it in to Miedema, who you just felt was never going to miss that kind of opportunity. It wasn't an absolute sitter by any stretch, but she made it look easy, and she's got her hands up to apologise for the error. So Miedema now with 9 goals in her last 7 games for Arsenal. She got 2 against Reading, hat-trick against Slavia Prague in the Champions League, to go along with one in the opening WSL game of the season for Arsenal against Chelsea. Arsenal with some defending to do here, though. Losada with the strike. The Spaniards' effort was a bit better than the follow-up. Stokes here with the intelligent cutback. And after Losada chanced her arm. Well, it's been a sticky start to the season for Gareth Taylor's side. He said this is a tough but good game for them to have against Arsenal last season. They were successful both in terms of the result and the way that they performed, and that's the encouraging part for them. Despite being a bit light in certain areas, in his words, he sees it as a good challenge, and a challenge that has got that bit tougher after the concession of that early goal. Greenwood. Well, just the start he was after. Running into traffic there, Catley. Forwards by Losada. Becky. Now, who did that come off last? Oh, it didn't go out, in fact. I think everyone was expecting either a goal kick or a corner, but the ball looped in and could easily have gone in. Corner will be delivered by Weir. She's gone for the short one. Haven't really given Ellen White anything to feed off so far. That might change here. Although Arsenal have managed to scramble it away. Hemp. Here's Stokes. Greenwood. That's a really good, strong challenge from Williamson. And he's left her fellow England international, Ellen White, on the turf. teammates during the international break, but no compassion there in the challenge. That was a cruncher. Nothing wrong with it, though. Was a big night for Leah Williamson. There was a couple of articles talking about how the captaincy has made her even more of a key player for England. She's had times struggling to break into the England team, but after impressing in a less familiar midfield role in the thrashing victories over North Macedonia and Luxembourg, is she set for a key role under Sarina Wiegman, assistant in the crowd for this one, as you saw just then. Well, this is a concern for Manchester City already with such a lengthy injury list. They won't want their key goal getter, Ellen White, to join the walking wounded. She said the other day that if someone had told her when she was a little girl that she'd be England captain someday, she wouldn't have believed you. So she's just been trying to stay in the moment for a little bit. And Wiegman, for her part, said that Williamson's calmness was a key factor in the decision to give her the armband. And one of her opponents today, Demi Stokes, also added that Williamson's consistent personality was a key trait to be a skipper. Taib. Not exactly comfortable for Demi Stokes there, but she does get the throw. Good stuff from Beth Mead. Well, whenever Manchester City have tried to stroke it out from the back, they've been met by a red wave. The pressing has been impressive. Challenges for Manchester City to see if they can play around it or play through it. Certainly won't shy away from the challenge of doing that. Coombs. Not much room in that midfield for Manchester City to try and work through. Gareth Taylor calling his side a wounded animal, with the Wolves at the door after their disappointing start to the campaign. Wanted to see fight and determination. And this is a good opportunity for them to show exactly what they're about, but it's not started well for them. Lasada. Nice idea. It's been kept in by Becky. Becky's ball in towards White. Excellent from Williamson. That was an awkward one to deal with. Lasada will build again. Becky's delivery doesn't clear the first player. Nudged back to Greenwood.
Still on the defensive side here. Frida, you can go on that one. Yes, there we go. Frida, du kan gå på 17 när hon kommer så, ja?
Lasada. Oh, that it's the pressure of the press that has forced the error. Main weapon for Manchester City will be getting the ball out wide, as we've seen with Hemp, who has taken a blow here. But certainly getting Hemp operating quickly out wide will be what they need to try and utilise as much as possible. And on the other flank as well, for the likes of Becky and Losada to combine well. Will we see her come on at some point? Only recently back from international duty. There's another very established player in press who has lit up the international scene for the USA. Hemp still receiving treatment here. So they've had White go down for a while, and another of their key forward players, Hemp, in a heap. No wonder he's got his arms crossed at the moment. It looked like a painful one to the jaw. Miedemar's goal, her 64th in the WSL, in her 70th appearance in the competition. She really is a scoring machine. Now then, wriggling her way through is Little. Oh! How about that from Kim Little to give Arsenal a big lead early on? He certainly liked the look of that. Once again, Manchester City sluggish in their defending. Look at the gap there for Little, and then they don't deal with the danger. 3 players in and around Kim Little, but they couldn't nudge her off it, and she took full advantage. It is a ruthless finish. Not much hope for Karima Taib with that one. Manchester City have been in and around the Arsenal penalty area a few times, but just have not shown the same clinical edge that Arsenal have when the ball has fallen their way. Work to do. I just wonder if there's a conversation there about the bounce ball and what the etiquette might have been there, because Manchester City certainly seemed a bit surprised that Arsenal came straight at them. Losada is there. In from Weir instead. Again, it was into a promising area. Asking to be attacked, but nobody did attack it. So Little makes it 2-0, her first league goal of the campaign. But he has one in the Champions League. They're looking for more here. Valti, ambitious pass, but she pulled it off. He sent it forwards, and again, nervy times inside their own penalty area for Manchester City. McCabe, Becky's across there, and gathered by Taib. Manchester City seem a bit shell-shocked by that. Two really poor goals to concede from their perspective. Having already beaten one of the other heavyweights in the shape of Chelsea this season, Arsenal will be buoyant if they can see off Manchester City. Just wonder if Taib felt that she might have done a bit better, given that she'd got a hand to Little's effort. Did have plenty of pace on it, mind you. Coombs, and again risky passing. Miedemar ready to pounce. Good burst, though, from Hemp, and what she can do. She wanted the foul, but she's not got. And here come Arsenal again. Well, they had 4 red shirts in the area to pick out there. Here's Hemp. Looking for the give and go, but while she's quick, she's not that quick. Weir. Used her body well there, but then unintentionally nutmegged her teammate Coombs. Little, I think that got a deflection, which made it tricky, very tricky in fact. Onto the bar and behind for a corner. Once again, City switching off in their own final third. Could have been costly here, as Coombs' challenge centred onto the crossbar. Miedemar, and again they've worked that well. Miedemar angle against her, still went for it, and why not? Good give and go this. Again, City caught square, and Taib stuck out a leg to prevent Miedemar getting another for herself. It's a tricky corner as well to defend. I think that did come off a City head last. And it will be another Arsenal corner as they try to keep the pressure up. Well, the men's side raced into a 3-0 lead against Tottenham Hotspur, not far from here at the Emirates earlier on today. Arsenal looking to race into a similar advantage at Meadow Park. McCabe's delivery wasn't anywhere near a teammate. Catley. Said they always go out to try and win. They never played to get a draw, but a draw wouldn't be a disaster if they could get one here. He said that before kickoff. I think he'd be even happier with a draw now, given the way the match has begun.
Where we are now, Steph.
A lot of talk about trying to close down the space on Miedemar. At half-time, you would have thought, from Gareth Taylor. Arsenal heading top of the table as things stand. And they're in the mood for more goals as well. No one's picking up on the edge of the box here. Tay dealt with that one. The hit that came in needed to be dealt with as well. Another strike and another save. Karima Taib is a busy woman. Mead's strike after the initial hit from Valti was charged down. Created the space herself well. See if you'd expect the keeper to make mind. Manchester City in danger of being swatted aside before the interval. Already on the receiving end of a disappointing defeat to the other team from North London in Tottenham Hotspur. Kennedy, whose error led to that opener for Miedemar, has played a pass that has almost left her side in trouble again. Stokes. Stanway. Here's Stokes. Hemp has not had much change out of Noel Merritt so far. That was a battle that was flagged up as being key to the game. She's not been able to have a run at the fullback so far. Who's dealt with that one well too. And gets it up towards Miedemar, who I think was offside. In fact, the free kick has gone Arsenal's way. Williamson. Not been too much for Zinsberger to do for a while. Williamson put a boot through that one. What a pass that is. Absolute beauty of a ball. Catley then put a bit too much on her pass for Katie McCabe. Kennedy underneath it, wasn't the greatest header. And then Miedemar's efforts deflected. Stokes should prevent it going behind. Risky pass. Hemp can't get a way out of trouble. And Arsenal continue to push. Throw taken by Maritz then. Oh, and was that a foul? Oh, question continues to be asked. Zinsberger. It's a big difference. Arsenal can play it out from the back without any pressure being on the ball, but Manchester City have won it back and then lost it. And that has been the difference when Arsenal have had a sniff of getting in at City. When the visitors have been loose in possession, they've made the most of it. That was a promising opportunity for the away side. Catley, though. Kennedy intercepts. Weir. Hemp. Back to Stokes. Here's Alana Kennedy. White having to come very deep to try and get things going. It's been a difficult game for her because there's only been one or two pulls into the area that are the type that she likes to get on the end of. You can see they have had all of the ball, Manchester City, but have not done a great deal with it. Zinsberger goes long. That's a lovely ball to release Beth Mead, but Stokes has got the pace to mop things up. Stokes gets it clear. Only as far as Williamson, though. Brilliant roll that for a man. Stanway. That's looking for White, and the pass that had a bit more legs on it, it might have got past Jen Beattie. Valti. Arsenal with 31 points from the last 33 available in the league. The only time that they've dropped points in that period was a goalless draw at home to Aston Villa in the final game of last season. They've won 19 of their last 23 at home in the league and are well set for another success in front of their own fans. Balti. City haven't been bad in the main. It's just been two bad moments in the game for them that have cost them. Williamson trying to release the run of Little, and hesitation again. Taib just about gets away with it. It was a nice turn from Weir, who gets the free kick. Taib got a little bit lucky there after charging out. Might have had flashbacks to the way the first goal came about. Kennedy.
Guys, get closer.
White waiting for it in the area. Now it's in towards White. Classic touch from her. No change out of Jen Beattie. They'll still be alive for City. They get themselves the corner. How many times have we seen Ellen White try that little manoeuvre? She'll be looking to atone for that earlier error. Weir's corner. Good area as well. Good header from Beattie to clear Arsenal's lines, though. That's an excellent pass. And the keeper's decided to stay. It's Little up against Stokes, who's done magnificently. Well, she gets the congratulations from her teammates because that's a goal-saving challenge, you'd have thought. That is a exquisite pass to send Little clear. Stokes ate up the ground and then timed the little prod behind. top defending. Five to go until the break then. It's a deep one, too deep for anyone in red. City have lost 6 games against Arsenal in the WSL so far. Most that they've suffered against a single opponent. Could do with something here, and Hemp looks like the player who could make it happen. Well, we know what she is capable of, and that's the first real glimmer of her getting down that left-hand side for Manchester City. Left a few players for dead before the route to goal was blocked off by Zinsberger. Just give them an injection of belief, though, seeing that weaving dribble. And they might have a chance to get back in it here. Arsenal scramble clear. It's another corner. It could have been a whole lot more, though, for Manchester City. What went on here? White was waiting for it, then had a pop at goal, and then smuggled behind eventually by McCabe. Defended once again. Collected by Stanway. That was an intelligent pass. That was a good cross as well. Keeper spilt it, and Zinsberger then made up for the error. Really well fizzed-in delivery was that from Losada. Too hot to handle first time around for Zinsberger, but she reacted well. Looked like a foul to me, and the referee agrees. Stanway's throw. It's to no one in particular, and Williamson can cushion it across to Catley. Zinsberger waited for it before walloping it. City have wrestled it back, but then lose it. And this transition phase is where Arsenal have really caught them cold. Risky. Taking some chances at times, Manchester City. White did well, did really well, but then the ball just ran away from her. Not enjoying her latest reunion with her former employers. She scored 12 goals in 38 WSL games for Arsenal across a couple of seasons. She's gone on to score 7 in 11 appearances in the WSL against them, which is the joint most any player has made. Here's an opportunity for him, but good anticipation from Zinsberger. Almost got there before the keeper. I think that Noel Maritz had switched off a bit there and assumed that Hemp wouldn't get there.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 3 minutes.
So 3 additional minutes at the end of a first half that Manchester City have had a lot more possession in, but are set to go in trailing by 2-0. And they've got a free kick here for the challenge on White. Oh, it's a good idea, but not quite enough juice on the pass from Losada. Greenwood.
Good freedom. Filter to our best. That's good, Katie. Here you can go.
Coombs. All the way back it goes from Williamson. Arsenal just want to negotiate the final couple of minutes of stoppage time. Wriggled her way out of trouble well there, Becky. Here's Stokes. Into the final minutes of stoppage time. And Miedemar's got away from Stokes. I think that's going to be a yellow. Well, Miedemar picked her pocket and Stokes decided to take one for the team. Don't get much clearer cut than that. Williamson. Wide from Beattie. Manum. Valti. Is there a final flourish at the end of the half for Arsenal? There might be. Well, a very satisfactory first 45 minutes for Arsenal, who are very much in charge against Manchester City. An error pounced upon by Viviana Miedemar put them ahead after a short back pass from Alana Kennedy, and then Kim Little's rifled finish again when City's defending left a bit to be desired, doubled the advantage for Arsenal. So half-time then at Meadow Park, and it's all going well for the hosts. Arsenal 2, Manchester City 0.